Hi, boys and girls. I hope everyone's doing good today. I'm wearing my Pittsburgh Pirates baseball t-shirt today, and we're going to read the story, If I Ran the Circus by Dr. Seuss. And this is by far one of my most favorite Dr. Seuss stories. But I have to split this video up in two because with the class dojo, I can only do 8-minute videos. So I'm going to split this up in two, and I will label each one first and second. So then you'll know exactly which one to watch first and which one to watch second. All right. In all the whole town, the most wonderful spot is behind Sneelock's store in the big vacant lot. It's just the right spot for my wonderful plans, said young Morris McGurk, if I clean up the cans. And there he is, walking on the fence, and there's Sneelock's store down at the bottom. Now a fellow like me, said young Morris McGurk, could get rid of this junk with a half-hour's work. I could yank up those weeds and chop down the dead tree and haul off those old cars. There are just 2 or 3. And then the whole place would be ready, you see. All ready to put up the tents for my circus. I think I will call it the Circus McGurkus. The Circus McGurkus, the world's greatest show, on the face of the earth or wherever you go. Tonight, grand opening. The Circus McGurkus, the cream of the cream. The Circus McGurkus, the circus supreme. The Circus McGurkus, colossal, stupendous, astounding, fantastic, terrific, tremendous. I'll bring in my acrobats, jugglers, and clowns from 1,033 faraway towns to the place that you'll see 'em in, ladies and gents, right behind Sneelock's store and the great McGurk tents. And I don't suppose old Mr. Sneelock will mind when he suddenly has a big circus behind. Ooh, look at all the circus cars coming in. The big circus tent. Circus McGurkus. After all, Mr. Sneelock is one of my friends. He might even help out doing small odds and ends. Doing little odd jobs he could be of some aid, such as selling balloons and the pink lemonade. I think 500 gallons will be about right, and then I'll be ready for opening night. Wow, that's a whole lot of lemonade. And look at all the cups. Lots and lots. Welcome! What an opening night! What a night! What a sight! I'll hoist up the curtains, the crowds will crowd in, and my Circus McGurkus will promptly begin with a welcoming toot on my welcoming horn by my horn-tooting apes from the jungles of Jorn, where the very best horn-tooting apes are all born, 'cause the very fresh air there is fine for their lungs, and some of those fellows have 2 or 3 tongues. This way, step right in. This way, ladies and gents. My sideshow starts here in the first of my tents. When you see what goes on, you'll say no other circus is half the great circus the Circus McGurkus is. Here, on stage 1, from the ocean of Ulf, is a sight most amazing, a walrus named Rolf, who can stand on 1 whisker, this wonderful Rolf, on the top of 5 balls, 2 for tennis, 3 golf. It's a marvelous trick, if I say so myself. And on stage number 2, here's something quite new. From a country called From comes this drum-tummied snum, who can drum any tune that you might care to hum. Doesn't hurt him a bit, 'cause his drum tummy's numb. And you'll now meet the Foon, the remarkable Foon, who eats sizzling hot pebbles that fall off the moon. And the reason he likes them red hot, it appears, is he greatly enjoys blowing smoke from his ears. Of course, pebbles like this are quite hard to collect, but Sneelock will manage, somehow I expect. After all, Mr. Sneelock is one of my friends, and I'm sure he'll help out doing small odds and ends. And on stage number 4, see the Willie Walloo, who can throw his long tail as a sort of lasso. With a flip of the hip with a tail of this kind, he can capture whoever is standing behind. He can capture old Sneelock. I'm sure he won't mind. And now, here's a hoodwink who winks with his wink hood. Without a good wink hood, a hoodwink can't wink good. And folks, let me tell you, there's only one circus with wink-hooded hoodwinks, the Circus McGurkus. Can you wink? See you try. The show of all shows. There's no other showman who shows you a show with a blindfolded bowman. The blindfolded bowman from Brigger Baroot, the world's sharpest sharpshooter. Look at him shoot! Through the holes in 4 donuts, 2 hairs on a worm, and the knees of 3 birds without making them squirm. And then on through a crabapple up on the head of Sneelock, who likes to help out, as I've said. And all donuts. And there's Sneelock at the end. And now, come to the spot where the spotlight is hot. And you'll see in the spotlight a juggling jot, who can juggle some stuff you might think he could not, such as 22 question marks, which is a lot, 44 commas, and also 1 dot. That's the kind of a Circus McGurkus I've got. Ooh. To the big tent. But that's just my sideshow, a start, a beginning. This way to the big tent, you'll find your head spinning. Why, ladies and gentlemen, youngsters and oldsters, your heads will quite likely spin right off of your shoulders. So hurry up, step lively, quick ladies and gents, and get into your seats in my tents of all tents. My parade of parades is about to commence. All right, pause for part 2.